to the conference venue. I'm sure you have seen the level of organization. Delegates are here, happy, singing about their preferences. Quite exciting. This is consistent with all other conferences that we had in the past. But it is the spirit of camaraderie displayed by our cadres, which is inspiring. I mean, it was even difficult to get you guys to walk out of the conference venue because the mood was just electrified there. Singing songs. I mean, you saw them, my friend from Cape Town. You saw. So we are now moving into the next phase. We can confirm that over 90% of our delegates are now registered. They are now eating lunch. We are expecting 2 o'clock to be our starting time. We said we should meet so that we can tell you of the arrangements that are going to now unfold. Those that come from broadcast mediums, we've already arranged for you to mount your cameras. As promised again, and broadcasters will know this, we will also be giving you feed, broadcast feed, as per the promise we have made. So we're only allowing cameras to go and mount. If you are not a camera, you will go with us. Again, colleagues, if you are not a camera person, you will go with us when we go with everyone else. We will make a request to the chair of the session that they allow us. I did check the time. When we're putting you in, it took us just around just over 10 minutes because you are quite a number. So to make it easier, I will request for them to give us enough time to allow yourselves to go in there. Colleagues, if you have got more than 5 people from the same media house and you don't have a camera, your job is just to walk around the conference venue, talking to NEC members you may know, please, because we are many, let's just try sit in the press room. Because I've seen some of you, Shem, when we do photo ops, you get in just to ask them, hey, kunjani mvelasi? No, comrades. No, we can't. We have to limit on those. Unless you have got something to do inside there. Because you are many. Especially yourselves from broadcasters. You find that you have got 20 people, all of them are inside there. Let me use the 3 main broadcasters in the country as an example. If you had 20 people there at one given time, it's 60. And then you have got all other mediums that must also have people. My request is that only get people inside there that have got some role, something to do. I know that those, and now with podcast and TikTok, sometimes you ask them side questions, they answer. It helps increase your followers on Twitter. But it takes space and traffic. So if we can, let's manage that. We're not saying it in a bad way. It's just that, just seeing yourselves enter there. You are more than delegates of the Northern Cape. You can just imagine. You are more than delegates of the Northern Cape, Lefeta province. So imagine if a province was just to stand up and start walking around a conference. What will happen? So let's manage the number. That's my request. Let's manage the number. The second thing is that we know that government spokespersons, presidential spokespersons, and. Special request from us once more. This is a national conference of the ANC. The national spokesperson of the ANC is one. I speak for the president of the ANC until the last member of the National Executive Committee, and all structures of the ANC in the Republic. I know that we might not have respected each other throughout, but please give me my last honor. It's my last weekend. Just do this thing through us. Just do it through us. Just request us. You know, even if you don't respect us, but just for this weekend, show us some little honor, little respect. Ask us, Pule, can we talk to the presidential spokesperson in government about 1, 2, 3? If you go, drag the presidential spokesperson, because he doesn't bring himself to you. It's yourselves. You drag them here, you do interviews with them. You can't disrespect us on radio and disrespect us again in our own conference. Really? How? Please. I mean, we have had a tough one. Sometimes on radio, sometimes on Twitter, but this is our space. Let's just respect each other on this space. If you want to speak to the presidential spokesperson from 702, ask us. We won't say no. But if you do it because you don't, I don't want to say it, but if you do it because maybe it doesn't really concern you if you spoke to us or not, please, we are just asking 702 to respect us because we respect them. We saw them doing an interview with the presidential spokesperson. Wouldn't have said no, would have facilitated it. You know, these people you call to interview, when we facilitate those things, even themselves, they feel happy about it. So that is just our request. From yourselves in the media, we know you know people. You are friends on Instagram, you follow each other on Twitter, Facebook, but please, this is not Twitter, this is real. It's us here. So if we can just do that well, you ask us, we coordinate. Because these people, these comrades that are part of the DIP team, when you do that, they also feel disrespected. So please, I don't think we've got a challenge, but let's just coordinate. The same goes to our colleagues in government. They too, as they are being dragged by the media, they too must also just make sure we are aware. Some of you tried to talk to cadres of the National Executive Committee. They told you straight, we will wait for DIP to come and call us. But you still take those chances. These NEC members, as you go to them individually, they come and report back because they understand the communications protocols of the ANC. That's our request. I don't think it's a hard one. Some of your colleagues have made a request that can't we just grab delegates? We said, no. Grab must also happen under controlled environment. Because you run the risk, you can end up interviewing cleaners because you won't know which one is a delegate or not. If they are not having their tag and you find them outside. So we don't have to say to you, interview this delegate or that delegate. No. You say to us, Pule, I want to talk to delegates from Limpopo. Agri delegates have got a geography, they come from somewhere. Say to us, I want to talk to delegates from KwaZulu-Natal. We note your request, and then we go to KZN, and we don't have to, you can get, or we take you to KZN delegates. You can take a random delegate, anyone from KZN. We don't have to choose delegates for you, no. But if you say to me, I want to talk to delegates from KZN, I will take you to where delegates of KZN are sitting. Choose anyone from them and speak to them. Because there's no one who's a spokesperson of delegates. Delegates can speak for themselves. I want to believe that so far we are on track. It was just those small incidences that I saw. Let's correct that. Mutual respect, work together. Where there are challenges, let's report them. Let's try and help one another. I don't think that there are, unless there are challenges that members of the media have picked up, which you want us to address, you are welcome to ask. But this briefing was really meant to give you an update. The Treasurer General, Comrade Paul Mashatile, will come and talk to yourselves just after the political overview has been delivered. You can talk to the media relations team and do your requests. What maybe we may want to do, if it works, so that there is no duplication, and I will, members of the media will tell me if that works, that upon you submitting to us the names of cadres you want to interview, and once those interviews are secured, wouldn't it work better if we just published that list of schedule of interviews of all the different media houses on the media group, Amos, that you comrades have got, so that we avoid duplication? If Natasha wants to talk to someone at the same time that another colleague from another media outlet wants to talk to the same person, we can see that and reconcile, so that we can be able to make sure, because we want all of you to have access to the leadership of the African National Congress. Will that work? Is it okay if we do it like that? Does that help? Okay. So that's fine. So henceforth, let's work like that. Unless colleagues have got questions they may want to ask. Looks like you are all fine. Okay. My friend from Cape Town. Eh?
Are we still on track to start at 2 o'clock with the program? Because we've been hearing there is chaos at registration at UNISA. So I would just like to know whether those issues have been resolved, and maybe just elaborate on what those issues are, and whether we will start at 2 o'clock on time.
Well, we will. We are still on track. If there are challenges, we'll make you aware. Remember, it's our own conference. If we need to adjust times, we'll do that. We are not under pressure. We are not under any pressure. I'm just saying, because I've seen many of you in the past conferences that we ran. You made the issue of time newsworthy. Are under pressure. Lenyalo ke la rena. So if there are issues at 2 o'clock and we need to update you, we'll do so. We can't leave you hanging and not tell you, because you have to plan, you have to file and all of that. But please, you make time a newsworthy feature. ANC conference again starts late. Hey man. No, we're not under pressure, it's our conference. We want everyone to register. If by 2 o'clock there are 10 delegates that have still not been registered, we will act in the interest of the 10. Mara, maybe help this meeting understand, because I'm here with you. What is the definition of chaos? You say you are hearing that there's chaos. What is chaos? Help me understand. Maybe I can assist.
No, it's just a whole lot of delegates everywhere, and there's no progress being made.
Yo,
I understand.
I didn't know that when delegates of the ANC are walking around the place, that is defined as chaos. Yo, it's so when our delegates are at the registration venue and they are walking around, that's chaos. Because we must qualify it. What is chaotic about that? Because it can't be chaotic that people are in a conference walking everywhere. That is not chaos. But seeing that you have raised chaos at our conference venue, I will have to investigate. In our next briefing, I will have to report back to the media, so that if there are inaccuracies brought to our attention by members of the media, we can also place it on record that because the many South Africans and foreign media who are hearing you say you hear there is chaos, and when asked what chaos is there, you only talk about people moving around. You see, you are making an organization look like something else. That in an ANC conference, when people move around, it is called chaos in South Africa. No. Is that the South African version of chaos? That in South Africa, when you move around in a conference venue, that is chaos. No, we just have to fix it, because the credibility of our organization has been eroded by such small statements. See, that thing that you just said, you might take it lightly. You just told the people of America, of Sweden, of China, of everywhere else, that in South Africa, walking around a conference venue is chaos. That's what you said. So if you say chaos, make sure that you have gotten the facts of what that chaos is. Because we're in a press room, this is being broadcasted to many others throughout. So if there's a problem of disorganization elsewhere, things are not moving, because we rely on you to give us information, give us facts. So that's my request to all of you. So next time, please, comrades walking around is not chaos. That can't be. When you bring something and you say it's chaotic, show us where the chaos is, so that taking from the information you are giving us, we can then act, because we don't take what you tell us lightly. We take what you tell us seriously. So help us. I agree you are not here to see the conference of the ANC collapse. I'm sure you are here to cover a conference. Am I correct? If you are here to cover a conference and not here to do other things, it means you'll help us as well. Ne? Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Mabe, can you just give us an update on how many delegates have now been registered? The last briefing you said it was 3,800, I think it was, and there were about 600 outstanding. Do you have an update on that number?
Yeah, I think, I even gave now a graduated answer now. I gave a percent. Said we're sitting at around 90%. So you can work out your maths.
Mr. Mabe, you've been rather belligerent in your answer now, but would you not rate the fact that the ANC's conference starts 6 hours later than scheduled as chaotic?
You said if it starts 6 hours late?
That it is chaotic?
Is that chaotic?
I'm asking you, would you not say that it's chaotic if an ANC National Conference starts the latest and the furthest from when it was supposed to start? Would you class that as chaotic or not?
No. I wouldn't say it's chaotic. I wouldn't say it's chaotic because it could be, we could be starting late because of a number of factors. You have to verify details. You see, you are better off taking time to start so that when you start with the right delegates. Imagine you rush to start inside the meeting. Someone says no, Refilwe there in a blue shirt was wrongly accredited. So it's those kind of things. One journalist from Newsroom Africa in the morning raised an issue about membership. Those things also cause delays. When you are busy trying to inserting details, verifying, then you find that their membership has not been updated on the system. Now they say, no, I renewed my membership at date so and so. What you have to do now is to go swift the forms. So it has got its own administrative lapses, which requires you to pay attention. But what we can do as the ANC, we can't say, because we said to the media, we are starting conference at 8 o'clock. Even if we get to accreditation and pick up challenges, because we've made that commitment, we must start. We will collapse ourselves. We can't do that. It's our conference after all. What we do, the reason why we establish these press rooms at no cost to the media is to use them to give you update so that we minimize possibilities or instances of chaos. You understand? That's why you are here. Yes. Okay. Marade, I was answering their question. That's the last hand. Ne?
Mr. Mabi, Tsiko Fatomakola from Tax FM here. You spoke about a few factors that are as a result or that have resulted in, the delay in the conference. Did the announcement of former President Zuma's private prosecution of the president, or the current president of the ANC rather, cause a delay in the proceedings? And what will this mean for the conference moving forward?
Just repeat your question.
So you were speaking about the factors that have resulted in the delay of the conference beginning, right? So I wanted to know, did the announcement of, the former president of the ANC, Jacob Zuma's private prosecution announcement that he made yesterday against our current ANC president, did that cause a delay in the proceedings, or what will that actually mean for the conference moving forward?
Well, we Tshegofatso, I taken time to really explain the things that are causing delays. So one of the things that it's merely really administrative. Just making sure that we verify what needs to be verified. We make sure that the right delegates are credited. There is no any other issue that is delaying us except the issues that I have spoken to. So it's very much systems related. These are just technical glitches. It has got nothing to do with current affairs. Okay. The team is saying to me that because of time, we need to try and see if we can stop now. Yes. Okay, and then the cameras. Oh. Yeah, we've already spoken about cameras going in and mounting. So, where there are challenges, please speak to the relevant teams. The files we gave you in the morning have got details of the relevant teams that you can refer to. If it's a media lounge related query, media relations related query, in that order, you have got people that you can raise your issues with. Okay. Thanks, members of the media. We'll keep on coming back this way. If there are any changes to the times, we'll also use the relevant platforms to update you. Ra leboga.
All right, you're live on ENCA. That was the national spokesperson of the ANC, Bulemabe, basically still continuing with the House rules when it comes to conference. But I was telling Bradan off air as we were listening to Bulemabe that lately I think he has decided that as he prepares to